I don't need to be in the forefront. I don't need to be exposed. I don't need to be out there. And I decided that as a communicator, and events and books are all about a part of communication, I should be able to do it all if I
Mm,
want to be really good. So I'm pushing myself here to be in the face, speaking, putting myself out there, getting out of my comfort zone, because this is our way to evolve and to become better at what we do. And by doing this, I will become even better as a writer because I'm listening to fascinating stories. I'm meeting interesting people like you. So
thank
I
you.
think we really grow when we step out of our comfort zone.
I agree totally.
Yeah, and that's and tell me about what is your purpose looking forward, let's say in 10, 20 years, what do you personally want to achieve, or your goals or your dreams, your vision to these worlds, and also to that after college?
Hmm. Well, like you, I enjoy writing. So one of my goals is to write a book, which has been a struggle. This year I was, for at least a month or so, I was working on a book, um, and it was like pulling teeth. It was it was about vampires. I try to stick to an area where I already have an audience to some degree, but I don't know. It's like, nowadays it feels like the world is changing such. I don't know if people are necessarily want to read. I wrote a post or a poem not too long ago about people don't read the same way they used to. So it's hard to get people to sit down and read or invest their time and energy in your book nowadays. You have to build up that audience, build and kind of probe them and see what they want and what you can provide that they will be interested in. So I'm still formulating that. I'm still, maybe I need to work on some smaller projects, smaller stories. And also thinking of, like, the medium, the format. People are more willing to listen to an audiobook nowadays than to, pick up a couple page book and sit there and read it, because they can do something else as they read it at the same time. So I do want to write a book. Um, I also want to keep making YouTube videos. I find YouTube videos and growing on YouTube more enjoyable than Instagram. I feel like Instagram is more accessible, but YouTube is more enjoyable. I can get through more complicated ideas. Like we're getting deeper here today. We can do this on a live stream podcast type format, but you can't do that so much on Instagram or TikTok. I don't use TikTok. It's too quick for me. It's just like pew, pew, pew. No, it's too quick. Um, and then also, and this is very much in what the vampires would call the night side. I still have my day side life too, so I balance these goals with my career. I work in logistics and, like, those type of things as well. So a lot of times we're doing event planning and the movement of supplies. So I want to continue moving forward in those areas, because that money and that investment fuels all that you see here. Like, I can't buy earrings without money. I can't, like, do all this equipment to film and to write and get a book edited. That costs money. So I need to grow there as well too. And I'd like to see more of the world. So I'd like to travel. I want to be a global citizen. As you probably know, the United States is not looking too hot right now. It's a little bit crazy in the United States. So I want to explore my options outside the United States as well. So it's
Ye-
write a book, create more
Yes.
content, and travel and grow my career, I'd say.
Mhm. Y- Yes, I want also to, as you are a black man in the States and you are in Washington, in the
Yeah.
epicenter of this madness, tell me a bit more about how things are and how do you see the racial tension going on?
Um, well, hmm. It's hard here because a lot of us, we're so connected to, the federal life here. Almost everyone supports the government in some way. Not, I mean politically. I mean in terms of our jobs and our economy here in Washington D.C. So our relationship to the government is a lot different than other people's. It's the main provider. the whole economy of